Hello and welcome to the Rowdy podcast. I'm Nicky T.
My name's Ozan.
And we have our guest, Miss Kelsey Hickman.
What up, y'all?
Thanks for coming on.
Yay! I'm excited.
Yeah,
this is
us
dope.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I mean, this is as good as we get with not much of a budget.
No, oh my God, this is awesome. I'll take it.
No, it's awesome. But thanks for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Let's talk some shit.
Yeah. So you just had a pretty cool road gig, right?
I did.
Well, let's
I
just
did
jump
little,
into that.
Little mini tour, I guess. Little run
Yeah.
with Hinder and Saliva.
That's so
You know,
sick.
the bands that we grew up with
Yes.
whenever we were in high school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Screaming
Absolutely.
lips of an angel at the top of our lungs because somebody broke our heart.
Yep.
But also, it's funny, like, I feel like back in the day, we didn't even know it was a cheating song. We are like, this is such a good song.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that run was amazing.
I didn't realize it until I heard Jordan Rager sing it again. I was like, wait a minute.
Right?
She's in the room. What a bad boy.
I know, right? Exactly. But it was so much fun. The guys were amazing. Like Hinder, they were a blast. And I think I'm going to be doing some more shows with them this summer.
Yeah.
So that's exciting.
awesome.
Yeah.
How did that like come to be? Were they just like looking for support and they're like, we know this bad bitch?
Basically, I'll take that. My management manages them. So,
Cool.
you know, it was kind of one of those things where, you know, they manage a lot of different people, but they're like, we're trying to find like a good fit for Kels. Cause like, you know, she's kind of country, but she's got this rock and roll thing kind of going on. And yeah, like trying just to be like a bad bitch. And we're just trying to find like who she would, I don't know, mesh with the best. And let's get her on the road. Cause like, that's kind of where I feel like I shine. It's kind of the missing piece of the puzzle to my brand.
I remember seeing your live set for the first time. We were at Floribama, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? This is sick!" And it's that. It's like you have the country bangers, you had the rock bangers. You know what I mean? So like I could see the brand. You know?
Yeah, and it's like the rasp in my voice that I've had for so long, even when I talk, and it just kind of comes out. But sometimes I think it's confusing to people because they're like, what is she? Is she Pink or is she Shania Twain? Or like, what's going on? Like, but I mean, it people like it. Like, it's working.
Yeah.
I said Pink when we were listening to some of your music in the car.
Really?
The Love is for Suckers. I go, this is a Pink song.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love Pink, honestly, in general as a person. Like, I feel like we need some more, like, bad bitches in this world that, like, take no shit and, like, encourage women to, like, take no shit.
Yeah.
And be that.
She's a good bad bitch.
You know, exactly. She's a good bad bitch.
I think we're in that era right now.
I think we are too. And I'm like, and for me, my life has been timing for everything. Like, if what I was doing right now, if I was doing it 5 years ago, it wouldn't work.
Right.
Like, now I've grown, like, I've had different relationships. I've had so many different experiences that made me who I am right now with the music I'm making right now. And it just makes sense.
Yeah, it's great.
So I'm so happy about that. Like,
so cool.
Finally feel like I'm in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk about that. I'm like, Ella's brand, right? Like, it's like, I'm Ella. Like, this is who I am. If you don't like it, too bad. Megan, undeniably Megan, you know, in the country world. In the rock world, it's like you're seeing all of that all the time, you know, a little bit more. And even in like rap music, like Glorilla and like all these girls are saying the things that the boys used to say in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny. I always say, like, I just want to get paid for, like, talking shit for a living.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I just want to do.
I mean, it sounds like a pretty good job.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. That's super cool. How did you get with that management team? Like, how did that like kind of shake out?
So I worked with this producer named Don Miggs, who
Saw that in your bio.
I got from another management team that I was working with, and I was kind of like cruising around, like just trying to find all the right people to work with, right? And Don was like, "You need to go with these guys. You know, they're young, they're hungry. You know, they're doing this little side project thing, trying to help independent artists." And I was like, "All right, let's do it." So I got a meeting with them, and I really liked them, and I loved the fact that they were young and hungry.
Yeah.
You know, they also worked with like a bunch of major artists with their company Shelter. So, but also they were just like, no, like we really believe in independent artists, and we want to try to help them as much as we can. So I was like, sold. Where do I sign?
Yeah, that's sick.
So, yeah, I love them, and we're doing all the things. We're doing all the right things. So, I'm excited.
I have lots of questions about the rock touring world.
Okay. I don't know if I have a lot of answers, but I'll try.
No, you will. You will. I grew up in rock, so it's like touring rock was like, touring in general has always been my dream. But like, you know, with rock, I got my Dream Theater shirt on today, coincidentally. So you've done country, you know, stuff too. So like, how different are the crowds like between like?
So
rock
okay,
and
I'm
the
so
country?
honestly, I'm so glad you asked this question. So I started dating my boyfriend that I have now, and he's a
him.
metalhead, you know. And he actually really introduced me to a lot of like metal music, and like now I'm obsessed with it. I mean, I've always been like a Blink-182, you know, like Fall Out Boy, all those kind of bands, like emo bands, I guess back in the day. Like I definitely listened to all that stuff. But the metal bands, the people that go to those shows are the most nice people you'll ever meet in your life. Like, I'm not kidding. You never see the like fighting you do at country shows. You never see, and I'm not dogging country shows, but I'm just speaking the truth of what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like those people, their passion for music and what that music does to them is mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. And you know, like whenever you listen to that music, you think it's the exact opposite. You think all this rage and all this hate, and that's not the case at all.
Yeah.
Like the people at these rock shows, they're a different breed of music lovers.
Yeah.
And
Except for Woodstock 99.
oh yeah, there's that. But I mean, like, it's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It blew my mind, honestly.
So like what metal shows or like what bands have you been checking out now that you're entering the dark side?
I mean, like, we always go to the Devil Wears Prada every time
Okay.
they're in town.
yeah, hell yeah.
Or like, I mean, shit, we went and saw Creed at. I mean, I've always
did
loved
too.
Creed though, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
those kind of shows, like I Prevail. We're actually going to see Metallica, Limp Bizkit, and Pantera. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
At Nissan, so
jealous.
that's what I'm really excited about. But
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Like it was a big eye opener for me, and it was kind of like I almost like I want to be a part of this club. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
It's
So-
it's so interesting too. Like I have been to rock shows recently, but I went to a rock festival, and that's just a different breed than
Oh,
a
yeah.
country festival.
Oh my
you
gosh,
know?
we go to the one up in Ohio. It's called Incarnation, and yeah, different animal, but like you feel so safe.
Yeah.
It's the wildest thing. Like people like raging and you know doing all the things. Like anybody that falls, everybody picks everybody back up. You know, no one's ever getting trampled on. No one's yelling at each other. I want to be in the front. Leave me alone. Quit elbowing me. It's none of that ever.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's a family. It's wild, and they're all strangers. They never met before, and they're just all here for the exact same thing.
That's the part that I kind of like noticed when I was at Louder Than Life is I was like, as soon as someone falls, you see 4 hands reaching down
Oh,
to
yeah.
pick them up.
It's
You know,
wild.
Stop this. I
Even the
watched
people on
kids
stage.
go in the center.
Even like the singers and stuff on stage
Yeah.
are
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, don't let anybody fall down.
I actually have a funny story about this. I was at Zeta Fest, which was my local radio station growing up. It's like rock festival, and it was my first time seeing STP.
Oh nice.
Yeah.
And it was Deftones, STP. This is back in the day. I forget who else was on the bill right now. But during STP, we were pretty close, but not like on the rail, but you know, maybe like 10 people back. And the mosh pit opens up behind us, which is like mosh to STP. Like, anyway. And then this girl like falls down, and it's like chaos. It's 80 million degrees outside. It's August in Florida, and Scott Weiland is like, he stops the band, and he's like, "Hey, pick that girl up." This girl fell down, and so my buddy Eric, who was bigger than me, he was in 8th grade, and I was like in 7th grade.
Oh my
And-
God, 7th grade at the show. I love this.
yeah. And he was like, "I'll get her, Scott." And he runs over because he's behind us and is closer to the pit, runs over and pulls this girl up. And Scott Weiland says, "You're a gentleman and a scholar," to my buddy Eric.
Oh my
And I was
God.
like, "Dude, Scott Weiland just talked to you."
And then literally he'll never forget that ever.
Yeah.
Have you all ever been in the pit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have this thing on my lip. It's like I cut my lip open, like ironically mosh in an ironic mosh pit kind of thing to like this pop punk show. And I had braces at the time.
Oh,
Because I was
no.
playing, you know, I was playing with the show with my high school band, and it bust my lip open, and I like walked to the bathroom, and I just it was
Oh
blood,
God.
and I had to go on stage, and we played, and we still
Yeah,
rock.
rock and roll, baby.
Metal.
Yeah.
That's funny. No, for real. Like, anytime I ever go, I'm always like, "All right, Corbin, I'm gonna go do it." And he's like, "Okay, I'll be right here. I'll come right back." And I'm like, "I will." And it's just funny, like, just thinking about it, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm doing that. I'm really doing this." But it's so much fun. It is literally, it's a different high.
Yeah. And that's the cool thing about it too, is it's like those people live their life for those moments.
They do.
And they're like you said, they're so good to each other. It's funny. A funny story about being at Louder Than Life was I was walking by this guy, And this guy was like, that guy just got one tattoo and then he got them all. And I was like, damn, bro, you right. Yeah.
Called you out.
I was like, you right, dog.
That's funny. I want to go to Louder in Life. I haven't been to that one yet.
It was sick.
Yeah.
It was very, very
I
fun.
like it too. It's in September. It's not like as hot.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Some of the ones in the summer, I'm like, this smells, but I'm having fun.
Yeah. We went and saw Biscuit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I went in February of 22, so God, it's been a while now. I went and saw Metallica at but it wasn't their show; it was a festival.
Okay.
And they played back-to-back nights, but completely different sets. And it was crazy because it walked around I'm like, oh, there's Mudvayne. Like, when have I listened to Mudvayne? Boom, boom, wing.
Man, I saw Mudvayne. It was like the first time back in a while, a couple of years ago, and ooh, it was not good.
The singer, like, he's like a 55-year-old guy still dressed in like a clown makeup or whatever. I'm like, okay,
Hey, do your thing, bro.
yeah.
So
I'm fucking stoked. I have to say, speaking of clown, we're playing Bonnaroo this year, and ICP is playing the after party. So we're headlining, and then I'm
No
going to walk
way.
off stage and go watch ICP.
Oh my God, that is sick.
And so now I'm like following ICP on the internet or whatever.
Better get your Fago Pop ready, buddy.
I
Oh
know.
my gosh, that is really cool.
I need what I have to do though is like study like the ICP lore.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
You got to be cool whenever you walk in there.
Yeah.
Know all the things.
But that's another fan base who are super welcoming and like chill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're
a good
doing
feeling.
extremely degenerate stuff in a very welcoming way.
I've never been to Bonnaroo, but man, I don't know if I'm even capable of that. That is that's a different animal.
I want to go,
Yeah.
but we always have other festivals like that we're working at
Yeah.
the same time.
Okay, yeah. Oh
So-
yeah, it's like during CMA Fest, isn't it? Normally.
I think it's either
Or, like, the
that
weekend
week or the
after.
week
Yeah.
after, just depending on the year. But that's like our prime festival season.
Yeah, for sure.
June's like our busiest.
Oh, I bet for sure.
And once you're on the road like you are in your backstage and you've got your green room, it's hard to go to a festival after that, you know.
I mean, also like just having like a bunch of friends that always get the VIP tickets, and they're like,
Yeah.
"You want to come?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." It's like after you go like that, you're like, "Oh, I don't want to be in GA anymore."
Yeah.
But I'll go either way. It's all fun.
I have like tried to keep myself from too much of that. Now I was always buying pit tickets and like trying to be up front and stuff. So like I'm used to that. But I always want to still be able to enjoy it when I'm not side stage or
Yeah.
when I'm, you know what I mean? Like
And yeah, for sure.
my favorite place to see a show is 6 people deep.
Yeah.
Because you get all the back energy, but you still get some of the like front energy too, and get to watch those people.
Oh,
enjoy.
I totally get that for sure.
know?
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's like if I was picking a prime spot for any show, it's in a standing pit, 6 people deep. Unless maybe a Gavin Adcock show, I should probably be on the side.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was going to bring up Gavin when we were talking about no one fighting at the metal show.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like Gavin Adcock's just flashing in my brain.
That dude's wild. I'm like,
well,
damn.
his shows are wild. But he's starting to reel him in a little too.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, like
Money's
I've
on
just
the line.
I've
Yeah.
just seen the viral clips, so I don't really know
Yes.
what the real shows are. But that's,
oh, they're like that.
are they?
Yeah. Like when we went to the Gavin show at Blue Room, which is like his hometown club, Burrill was like, "We're gonna want to be in the sound booth," and I'm like,
Really?
"Nah, dude. Like, I want to." No, he's like, "No, bro. Yeah, we're gonna want to be in the sound booth."
Wow.
Listen to Matt.
And we were in the sound booth. I was like, "I'm glad we're in the sound
So
booth."
what happens? He just like makes everybody rage, and they just like
There was
lose their
8
minds.
fights before the show.
So is he making the fights happen? It's just
No.
the rowdy people.
It's a
that
rowdy
are,
crowd.
Damn.
He's like trying to tone it down now.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? He's like, it's not Limp Bizkit at Woodstock 99. It's not that.
Well,
But-
didn't he used to say, like, I've seen clips of him online being like, you know, it ain't a Gavin Adcock show unless there's been 8 fights or whatever. Like he says something
He
like
has
that.
leaned into it sometimes, but like
Yeah.
he's gotten better about that.
Hey, publicity
side
is
of things.
publicity, I guess. you
Yeah.
know,
Well, you're
so.
getting a great music show also, but it's also you're getting a spectacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like, I love like seeing like the Wall of Death or like Circle Pits or whatever
Yeah.
from a distance. I'm
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Those motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Well, that's the rock version of it is the Wall of Death or the Pit,
Yeah.
right? Gavin has that
Oh,
in the
no
country
way.
world. It's not rock. It's not Pit. It's the like talk shit, get hit mentality
Yeah.
of country music.
Yeah.
You know?
And those people are going to talk shit and get hit. Like,
Yeah.
it's literally like, it's
if you're in
it's a-
Statesboro, Georgia,
yeah, it's a fighting thing. It's like yeah.
that's how Toby Keith concerts were.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You know?
I mean, like, That's what I'm saying. It's just wild to me that like in the metal world we have a thing called the wall of death and nobody gets hurt.
Yeah.
And then like country concerts, it's just like let's just beat the shit out of each other.
Cultural. But in the Midwest, festivals, almost no fights.
Yeah.
It's like it's cultural regionally.
Yeah, for
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
One of the most fights we've ever had was when we were playing the arena tour and we were playing in Vegas. And it was just that looking out in that crowd was just like you saw all of it. Every from like I'm like those people are basically fornicating and these people, and then you look over and there's like a girl fight. We get in the talk fight mic during the song. It's like beautiful, crazy. I'm like, girl fight over here, girl fight over here. And I was like,
my God,
shit,
that's
girl
funny.
fight, and they're like,
oh yeah, they're doing this.
oh yeah, pulling hair and all that. I'm like,
yeah, it's interesting to see the cultural differences between different genres for sure. And honestly, like rap is a very different thing too. You know what I mean? It's the concert, a rap concert is verse chorus of songs and on to the next thing. And then like a lot of shit talking in between and stuff,
Oh yeah. A lot more shit talking on stage
shorter
too.
sets.
Yeah.
I saw LL Cool J at a festival. I think it was probably.
Ooh, okay.
And I was like, I haven't really been to a lot of rap shows. I need to go to like a rap club show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
went
feel like
and
the
saw
club
Big
would be my
X
vibe.
when he was in town, and it was at East Side Bowl.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, it was super cool. But again, culturally, it's different. Like, and if you were playing your set and you did a verse chorus of your own song, people would be like, "What the fuck? I want to hear Resting Bitch Face."
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
real. Yeah,
But that's the culture there. Is like he'll do a verse chorus of his hit,
yeah.
and then some of them that's it.
That's so wild.
Like a song that you want to hear, but that's how he gets all of his songs in too.
That's true.
You
I
know?
mean, hey.
Now I
Back
saw
songs,
Outkast back in the day.
Oh my God, that would be iconic.
Sick. And specifically with two lead singers like that.
Yeah.
Like they could do the whole thing.
Wow.
So
What was
very
the
different.
production wise? Like, was there a band or?
Yeah. It was
There was a
festival,
band?
but
Okay.
with Outkast, yeah.
Was it like a big band? Like
It was a
with
couple
horns
guys and a
all
DJ.
that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's no like drum kit or like guitars.
There were.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
There were. Yeah.
I could see them with a full band. That's why.
Oh yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking like saxophone and like
Yeah.
all that kind
they
of stuff.
had like a DJ that was on the mic a little bit too, helping them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was like, there's band. I mean, this is again I'm 43. So this was
Many moons
23
ago.
years ago.
Many moons ago.
Yeah.
Like 22 years
This is
ago?
ancient lore.
Yeah.
This
as
is an
old as-
Outcast was Outcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
It was
they were
bumping
in their
Outkast.
prime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember because other rappers that we saw weren't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we saw them and they were like full sets. At
Got
least
it.
at that point. I don't know how, probably changes over time, but
Yeah.
it was
I'd
super
be bored
cool.
if I only did like verse chorus of all my songs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'd be like,
It's like a medley for all your songs.
yeah,
You
it's
know?
so interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And also because it's like I saw Zach Brown last night. I'm like, if I only heard a verse and a chorus of Colder Weather, like I'm raging.
Yeah,
Like, no,
for sure.
Yeah.
I got to hear play the song 3 times.
You
Yeah.
saw Zach Brown last night?
Yeah,
Oh my God, was it so good?
fucking sick. It was
God.
so good. Yeah,
He's so good.
Yeah.
Shit, that's somebody I'd love to go on tour with.
Yeah.
That'd be like,
put it
oh,
out there.
Like he's just so good. I'm just like, oh, that'd be so cool.
That's like some of the music that made me like really fall in love with country.
Yeah.
Like in like 2012 when the Foundation record came out, I was like, oh, this.
Yeah. Like,
You know?
yeah, so brilliant.
Yeah. What is like your country roots? Like what did you love in the country world?
I was a Shania Twain whore, man.
Yeah.
I loved her. Like,
Yeah.
I love Shania Twain.
Hell yeah.
And I don't know what it was about her. I think it was her music. Every single song you listened to made you just like do this and just made you just like be that sassy girl. And it wasn't even like, man, I feel like a woman. Like that one I feel like is like my least favorite one. Like,
It's a banger though.
I know, but the Come Over album, like I knew every single song, every single word. Like that album just like blew my mind. She was my first concert too when I was in 2nd grade.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So I don't know what it is about her. And also then as I like get older, I figure out, like Mutt Lange like produced all her stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, in the rock world, like he was it. So I'm like, maybe it's working. That's how my brain works. Mutt Lange,
that's
Shania
great.
Twain.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, seeing your style and like the music that you guys are dropping is
Yeah.
like, is that it's like, it's the hardcore bad bitch version of the rock country fusion,
Yeah.
which is, I love.
yeah, I'm obsessed. I honestly like, I love the country world, but going towards the rock world, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of like leaning more towards that, to be honest. Like I'm also obsessed with like Lizzie Hale. Like Hailstorm is she's just iconic, and
she's absolutely incredible.
She's insane, and just like also what she stands for and who she is. I love every podcast or any interview I ever see with her. Like she's just unbelievable. So like singing like her vocally, like that's like my goal. If I could ever get to those notes like she does, like god damn, like Lizzie Hale is just incredible.
She is.
We got to hang out with her.
Really?
Not too recently, yeah.
Oh yeah. Red Door.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so jealous.
Wild.
I became close with Joe, the guitar player, and him and I are like camera nerds.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. So, they live in town.
I know.
They had like bus call from Red Door, I think.
Yeah.
Oh really?
So we were just like
freaking goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Do you know who that was?" I'm like, "No, not really, but yes." You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was wild.
I would love to just like sit down with her and just like pick her brain for like an hour. I'm like, just give me 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I have the questions ready.
Yeah.
It's that's the crazy crazy part about Nashville is just like you get experiences like that.
Mm-hmm. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
It's wild. But the first person I met in Nashville was Pauly Shore.
Really? All right, we gotta hear this.
The story's not even that cool. I was playing at Tootsie's and I was playing a morning shift at Tootsie's at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and he just like walks in the door and I'm like, oh my god, you're Pauly Shore. And he's like, yeah, I am. And he just walked away. Like,
there you go.
it's
Sick.
just like, I moved to Nashville and I'm like this big like dreamer and I'm like, I can't wait to meet all my my top number one like singers and songwriters. And who do I meet first? Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
Like
that's
what?
funny as hell.
I'm trying to think of who the first celebrity I met in Nashville was. Like, I remember like I was at Losers one night and Toby Keith got up and sang all of this bar and I was just like, I think one of the first like famous people, it was like Hulk Hogan's daughter.
Brooke Hogan. Yeah. That's funny.
And someone's like, that's Hulk Hogan's daughter. I was like, whoa.
That's wild. I can't even think.
Now it's
don't
all
know.
singers, country music folks, but it's like I'm trying to think of people like outside of that. People are always around in this town.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Steven Tyler, he was at Whole Foods one day and there's tons of people walking up to him. I'm like, you guys, don't do that.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Let him pick his avocados out by himself.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's a hard thing.
Yeah, but it's wild how people just don't have like the social cues. They're like not like
Do
leave
that.
them alone.
Yeah.
Like my God.
Yep. I always try to do that, and especially because like Nashville's, we're kind of known to
Yeah,
leave people
and like this
alone.
is their home.
Yeah.
This is like the Whole Foods down the road's like that's their grocery store. They're just like us. Like especially if they're out grocery shopping. Like some of them don't even do that. But like,
I don't even grocery shop. Just get delivered.
Right?
It's free.
but I mean, like let them have their own life. They're like their normal little life that we kind of created for them in Nashville.
Yep. Yeah, and we've talked about that on some other pods too. It's like that's one of the things that makes Nashville is that most people will leave you alone.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's tourists,
And
they're not
now,
gonna
well,
leave
and
you alone.
also it's like now I just feel like everybody's moving here, so like they don't even know better. They just don't. They just think that oh, I moved to Nashville. If I see a celebrity, I'm just gonna go bother them. And it's like,
take a selfie.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yep. It's an interesting thing for sure.
I know.
I feel like it's kind of when I moved to town, it was a little bit more like you didn't bother people, but now things are changing, especially with the internet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with their phones glued to your hand every 5 minutes. Like that's another thing. Like being a celebrity and going out of the house like that. Oh my God. Especially honestly, I think about this all the time. Like I'm not gonna say if, I'm gonna say when I'm big and famous. Like being hammered in public. Oh shit, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like when Luke was like, he's like, I can't even go to the grocery store anymore. And I was like, oh, like boo-hoo, like at first, and then like I could see like, I'm like, hey, we're all doing this today. He's like, I can't. I'm like, oh yeah. Okay, bye.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
wild.
It was like when we played a show in Paris and like his bus was parked by the venue and there was just 30 people standing around the bus like literally all day. And he's like, I can't even get off the bus.
That's so messed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's kind of sell your soul in a certain kind of way. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've talked about that. I was like, I would like Raise Rowdy to be famous, but I don't know if I want to be famous.
Yeah.
Midtown famous
You're
is
famous
fine.
to me.
Yeah, Midtown famous is fine. You know, like Nashville famous is fine.
Yeah.
You know, but
like world known. Like
that's a different thing.
It's a different animal, and I feel like, you know, only certain people can take it, and also it's the people you surround yourself with, and like the guidance that you have, like on the way up, and all the things. Because I feel like there's so many people that go down the wrong path just by not having the right people around you to help you through it, I guess.
Absolutely agree.
You know, because like, man, I just hear all the horror stories, and like drugs and alcohol, and it's like who I know, like as a person, as me, like my family and who I am, like if I didn't have them, I'd be in a gutter somewhere. Yeah. You know, like, and it's just, it makes me think, like, I'm happy to see like the people really succeeding that deserve it and that are working hard and that have the people around them to help. Yeah. You know, because that's hard to navigate, fame and fortune.
Well, absolutely. And that's like, if you're famous, you better have the fortune. Yeah. Because that's, you know what I mean? Like, for real. Sure. That's the worst part, is the people that get famous and they didn't make any money from it. Oh, I know. And then they're having to deal with what you should have security for, and you can't.
It's terrible. And nowadays, it's so hard to make money as an artist. So absolutely. Yeah. And like being famous is almost easier than making money.
It absolutely
nowadays, which is wild to me. Like, what are the odds?
Well, and what level of fame? You know what I mean? Like, and what are you going to be famous for? Yeah. Like, that's the thing you got to be careful about.
And if you're going to have that 2 minutes, maybe you're getting the 2 minutes of fame. It's like, are you going to be able to, did you make enough money off your 2 minutes in order to be good for the rest of your life?
Yeah. And if not, then you got to do a rug pull with a crypto coin.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's just wild.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing. And I mean, influence, right? That's the term influencer comes from influence. Well, like, famous people have always had influence. Exactly. That's why Pepsi has put their logo next to big famous celebrities. You know what I mean? Because they like Pepsi, I'll drink Pepsi. You know, exactly. Like, or you don't even think about it. Like we drink Surfside on the podcast because we're not that famous, but they still love us. Oh my God. But it's like so good. Yeah, but it's just that thing now. That's at a micro level because you can find a niche and you can travel down that lane and find your people. Yeah. You know, yourself. Yeah. And then someone will help you get it to even more people. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. I mean, in the TikTok world nowadays, it's just like, that's all of it. And people, I feel like TikTok, I love it and I hate it, but I do like it for the fact that people find what they're supposed to be doing and who they find their squad, you know, and the people that lift them up. And I don't know, it's just like a good guiding tool. Yeah. I don't know. It kind of happened with me, honestly. Like whenever I went viral like a year ago with my song, I found all these women that like just needed lifted up, and the fact that like this song that I honestly didn't even know if I liked at the time, you know, lifted them up and helped them through a tough time. It's kind of just opened my eyes to be like, all right, like I will be the vessel for these women that need lifted up, and I'm like, I can totally do that. I would love to do that. You know what I mean? Like, be there for the women that don't have a voice. Like, that's huge.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, that's my goal, honestly.
Yeah. Can you tell us about the song?
So it's called In My Place, and like I said, I did this, it was on my 5-song EP that I did with Don Miggs, and me and Don and Chief, this guy named Chief, he's wild, we wrote it one day, and Chief it was so weird. He always is good at like telling me what I need to have out there as an artist. It's almost like he sees something in me that I don't see in myself. He's always like, no, like you need to be the bad bitch because you are. But I'm like, I feel like I know I am, but I guess I don't know it as well as he thinks I do. But anyway, so we wrote the song, and it's basically like, I'm me, I'm exactly the bitch that you think I am, right? So I put that on TikTok, thinking like I have to promote this because I didn't have a music video for it. So I just went and shot a bunch of content. I put it out and it literally blew up in like 2 days. Like 1.6 million views, 2.2 million views. I'm just like, whoa, like I didn't know we needed this music. Like obviously there's a place for it. Yeah. So the fact that it happened, I'm like, I'm totally grateful because I've almost found my tribe from it. Yeah. And it's kind of pointed me in a certain direction that I didn't know I need pointed in. Yeah. And like, I'm happy about that.
It's like you have this plentiful thing of things you could offer, but it's like, what do people want to hear? Yeah. You know?
It's like, what's going to click with them? Yeah. And I'm so happy that it finally did.
And I think that's what social platforms are great for, is like, I talk about this all the time. I'm like, if you make posts about brewing coffee and they do well, that people want to see that.
Yeah.
If not, maybe it's you playing guitar. You know, like I'm like, what's your thing?
Yeah, exactly.
That is you that like helps people or makes people interested.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so like for an artist, it's like a free A&R team.
Oh my God, 100%. It's free marketing all over the world.
Yeah, it's wild.
And I mean, you have to. The algorithm's like a bad relationship, but I mean, hell, if you don't give up,
yeah,
it'll reward you.
Push through eventually. There's good times.
Literally, just don't break up with them and you'll be fine.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing, but I mean, I think socials are making it a more even playing field at the start. There's still, you know, you need help and you need a team, right? Like whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
But like you can get from 0 to 5 easier than ever.
Oh my gosh, 100%. Honestly, like when I released this EP, I kind of told myself like, because I didn't release music for a very long time because I didn't know who I was as a person, as an artist, and I was like, I'm not gonna create music and put it out there into the world unless I know who I am and what I stand for, right? So that was kind of my train of thought. So as I release this EP, I'm telling myself, all right, if this doesn't get any traction, we're gonna have to go back to the drawing board, you know, or you know, maybe music isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. I honestly really thought that. So this is kind of wild, but this is, my grandpa passed away and he was my best friend, and it was a freak accident. He literally died in a boating accident. He didn't have cancer. He didn't have dementia. Like it was a freak accident, and he was just everybody's everything. So it just crumbled my whole family. And it was in the middle of this EP, you know, coming together and dropping. And that's when I kind of told myself, like, I'm not, like, what am I going to do now, honestly?
Yeah.
And then the TikTok thing happened, and I went viral. And honestly, if that wouldn't have happened, I probably would have maybe quit music. And honestly, I think it was my grandpa up there pulling strings to telling God, like, come on, we need to give her something because she can't quit. She's got to keep going. So, like, I believe in all that spiritual stuff. And, like, I sincerely think he's up there just, like, pulling the strings, making sure that I don't quit. Because I really was. I was going to quit, but not anymore.
Hell yeah.
Well, no, especially with like these cool ass touring acts and
yeah, and it's like in timing, like I said earlier, timing has been everything in my life. So I'm just gonna keep working my ass off and keep going, and if everything just keeps, if we're still in the green and we're still doing this, then something's working.
Yeah.
It's, you know, we're doing the right things.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everything's hard. Like every single day I want to pull my hair out or have a mental breakdown, but welcome to the music industry. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But it's not meant for the weak. You just got to keep going. You
Yeah.
can't stop. And honestly, like, I think about it all the time, and I always ask God, like, why did you take him from me? Why did you take him from our family? I don't understand this. I don't get this. Like, what is the reasoning? What's the sign? Like, and then I'm thinking, you know, maybe the reasoning was he needed to go in order for me to, you know, like, never give up and keep my head straight and to continue on this path. It's a shitty thing to think about that I had to have my person taken away from me, but I mean, lessons are hard. And
silver lining, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what I was thinking too. Yeah, it's motivation, right? Like you can't do the artist thing without having motivation, you know. And I think you probably realize that this is something that your grandpa loved you doing and was supportive of.
Literally, he was at every single show. Like growing up, I played bar gigs from like 16 to like 20, and I was in a bar every Friday and Saturday, and he was there like every Friday and Saturday. And it's just like, I don't know. Without him, I wouldn't have done it. Period. You know, I had somebody that believed in me. I had somebody that didn't tell me, you know, no, you need to go to college. No, you need to do this. No, you need to do that. Like he really sincerely thought that I had a gift, and whenever your family, I guess, tells you that, it just hits different than like a stranger. So like, but also I'm like, oh my God, am I delusional listening to my family telling me that I'm this superstar? Like, am I though? You know, like, do I listen to my family just because they're my family? And of course they're going to tell me I'm a superstar, but it's like, am I? I don't know.
Yeah,
Sounds like you got millions of people on TikTok telling you that you are.
Yeah, I'm. It's all my ladies, man. They're hyping me up. I just gotta do the same and hype them back up.
Well, it's like a lot of times you go to these like metal shows, and my shirt is the prime example. It's like you go to a Dream Theater show, it's just guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But chicks like metal too.
Oh yeah.
They don't want to sit through the guitar keyboard solos for 3 minutes, and it's like
and all the guys are like, yeah.
and the whole it's all dudes look exactly like me with beards and long hair going.
Yeah, literally. You're so spot on.
I know, because I saw them open for
oh my God,
Megadeth.
can we make a series? That should be a series. Somebody goes to the shows and just films all the dudes doing that.
Yes.
And just pasting them all together. Because
I mean, that was
just...
also me at the fucking Zach Brown show last night going. The fiddle and the drummer and everything. But chicks
so
got to
funny.
have rock and roll too, you know? And you're singing about stuff that you're not going to hear Iron Maiden or, Megadeth talk about.
Yeah, they're not going to have a song called
Hello,
Wrestling Bitch Face.
yeah.
Dude, I've always wanted to have a song called RBF because I have the worst RBF.
Give us an RBF right now. Jesus. Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's bad, especially sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. So I've been on Broadway ever since I moved to town.
That's where it comes from.
Kind of making making a living. Just practicing my
Pay the
craft.
bills.
Like I wasn't like, I could have been a bartender. I could have done like the waitress thing. But I'm like, I'm gonna keep singing because I need to keep going and keep practicing my craft. Right. But man, being down there. 4 days a week sometimes, these 4-hour shifts and like all these drunk idiots. I'm like, my resting bitch face is because of that. And then like people are like, are you mad? I'm like, no, I just want to go home. I'm like, can you tip the band so I can go home? Like, God.
He's like, if I could play one less shift a week, that would be
Yeah,
great.
or just like,
Sing Redneck Woman one last time.
oh my God, Gunpowder and Lead is going to be the death of me. The death of me.
Yeah.
I have to sing that song one more time.
So funny.
But I don't know.
It's a jam though.
But also, I'm thankful. I am thankful because there's a lot of people that would kill to do what I do. They would literally kill. Like, there's still people trying to get in the door on Broadway, trying to like be able to make a living playing music. So I can bitch about it all I want, but at the end of the day, like I'd rather be doing this than working at like Home Depot.
Yeah.
This is a safe space. You could bitch here.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Oh my God.
You can even rest while you do it.
Yeah.
Let me kick back and relax, talk about Broadway. Woo.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a lot. It's
easy.
4-hour shifts. It's hustling. It's begging for money. It's degrading. Talk about having some thick skin. You have to down there because those people will rip you apart. And especially if they smell any kind of fear, oh my God, they're gonna eat you alive.
Yep.
Like those people down there they're down there to get hammered and forget about their problems. And that's your job too. Your job is to make sure they're having a good time and keep them in the bar and make them to get hammered to forget about their problems. But at the same time, you're making a living.
Yeah.
You're literally begging drunk people for money. And it's like, who made this up? Like, who started this?
Yeah.
Like, it's wild.
Yeah.
There's something to be said also because I've done Broadway and I've worked in restaurants and bars, and all three of us, have spent a lot of time working in a bar. It's a lot more fun going to a bar than it is working in a bar.
100%.
So it's just kind of like cooking food and not being able to eat it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I totally agree. And I know a lot of my friends are just like, I don't know how you do it. How are you in a bar? I'm like, it's not how you think you are in a bar. I'm like, it's not how you are in a bar.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
not.
I'm going to work. This is
Yeah.
work.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, and don't get me wrong, there's plenty of musicians down there that like go to the bar and they get hammered every single gig. Like to each
Been
their
there.
own. Yeah, like shit,
out.
back in the day, I was drunk all the time at my
Trailer
gigs.
park,
Yeah.
whatever.
So like,
Oh yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
it's like whatever. At the same time, like I'm going to work. I'm
Yeah.
doing my
Yes.
job and I'm going home. Like,
Yeah.
ever so often I'll go out after my gigs, but it's mainly because I have people in town or like,
Yeah.
it's somebody's birthday or something like that. It's not like I'm going to the bar and getting hammered every single day.
Yeah, because that's not sustainable. I remember like when I moved to Nashville, people were like, "Dude, you like my buddy Joe was like, Nicky T's gonna live with you? He's crazy." I'm like, "You saw Vacation Nicky T."
Yeah. See? Yeah.
Vacation Nicky T is crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Like
that
I'm
guy's
normal
nuts.
when I'm at home and working.
Yeah. I'm like up at freaking 7 a.m. typing on my desk. Like that was what
Yeah.
I was doing.
Yeah.
He's
I was
growing
like,
up
Yeah.
There you
in
go.
front of my eyes.
Well, now I'm like in my midlife crisis stage where we're at the bar till 11 or 12 every
right?
night, 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my God. But I
But-
mean, at least you're doing what you love.
Absolutely. And same thing you talk about where you're like, I always say, like, I'm like, everything that I used to do for fun, now I do for work. Mm-hmm. But those are the problems that I prayed for.
Hey,
there's
a song. Oh, my God.
It's already one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I use it all the time. But
Damn.
yeah.
Whose song is that?
Colton.
Yeah, Colton Benner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll have to look
good,
that up.
too. You gotta listen to it.
That's
It's
such
very,
a good
very
tag. Oh, my God. It's brilliant.
But it's like, that's really it, though. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, hey, I loved music so much that I made it my job.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Sick.
for real.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, I made something from nothing and made it work, right? And we're
like
still kind of poor.
The trend right now on TikTok, it's like, you know, I'm telling my younger self, like my younger self would think I'm so cool right now. And it's true. Like, if I told, you know, 13-year-old Kelsey that what we're doing right now, she'd be like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Opening for all these fucking bands. Yeah. Hinder and Saliva.
Yeah.
Sick.
It was pretty sweet.
So awesome.
I'm so excited to keep going. It's going to make me keep going because I'm like, okay, I'm doing it right. Like, we're really doing it.
Got that little taste and you're like,
I know. Oh my God. And can we talk about the come down?
Oh,
when you get off the road, I'm like, why didn't anybody warn me about this?
it's why people that tour a lot like have problems with substance abuse. I think it's part of it.
Really?
I think so because it's like you get off stage and you play this huge thing and it's like this adrenaline rush and all these people are cheering for you. I mean, in my case, it's like I'm the band guy, but I get a little bit of it too, you know. And then you get off stage and you sit there and you're like,
yeah.
Now what? And you're like, well, okay, let's keep this going a little bit more.
Whenever I got off the road, though, and I came home, it was more or less, for me, it was, okay, was that like my only time to shine? Was that it? Was that the little part of life? Like, was that all I get? And, you know, because I'm thinking, like, I want more shows. I want to grow. I want to get bigger and bigger. You know, I need this for my music, and it all just makes sense. Mm-hmm. So whenever I got home, I was just like, how do I keep this going?
Of course.
You know, who do I talk to? What do I need to do, you know, to make sure I get on another tour? And that was more or less the depression for me because I'm just like, that can't be it. That can't be my little moment of, you know, bloop, there's your two minutes. So that's, I think, where my depression came from because I was just like, oh, maybe even like not depression. It was like just a freak out moment of,
yeah, totally.
What the hell am I doing? I got to keep going.
Well, need some more gigs.
But that's motivation.
Yeah.
Right? You get that little touch. Mm-hmm. You're like, okay, I like that.
Yeah, for real.
Know, let's do more of that. Same thing you got when you were on stage for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Like,
right?
And the crazy, back in the day, I was in like a cover band back home, right? And we played all the time, Fridays and Saturdays. But we also got an opportunity to open up for a bunch of artists. And I remember the moment that it clicked that I could actually do this for a living. I was opening for Chris Young in like an actual like arena show. Like I've always done like outdoor shows, festivals and things like that. So whenever I did like the closed thing, I don't know what hit me, but I remember after the show, I went to the green room with my mom and I was like, Mom, I'm like, how do I do this for the rest of my life? Like, what do we do? Like, what are the tools? And I was like 18, but that just, it clicked. And I was like, I can do this. Look at Chris Young. Like he's doing this for a living. Like, okay, like I don't have to be just in a cover band. Like I don't have to do this just because I'm in my small town and it's just fun and I'm doing it every Friday and Saturday. Like how do I make this bigger and be like that?
Yeah.
And that's what I've been trying to do literally for the past like 15 years. So.
Well, it's all planning and it's like pushing forward and pivoting when it makes sense to pivot. Like that's the craziest
and it moves
thing.
so quickly.
Yeah,
like it really does. And like those little moments that could change your life, like that could pass you by in an instant. You have to pay attention and you have to be really involved. Like that's one thing with my stuff. Like I wear a lot of hats and it's stressful, but I like it. Like I need that because if something falls apart and I don't know about it, then I feel like it's my fault.
Yeah,
you know, because it's like, oh, I can give somebody the reins and like if I trust them enough and they're gonna do their job, then 100% I'll do that. But I still want to know everything about it and just like make sure everything's getting done, because I would literally die if like something happened and like it was my responsibility to make sure that was my moment that passed me by.
Yeah.
So being hands-on is like the biggest part of it, is like waking up every day and like you, even though like as a musician, you know, on Broadway I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, like, technically, like, you would think that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have off. No. You don't ever have
That's
off.
Not how it works at all.
No. Like, you literally, you wake up every day and you work for the dream every single day.
Yeah.
Like, even if, like, on a Sunday, if, like, everybody else that has their 9 to 5, like, they're not in office. Like, Yeah, maybe I'll like Sunday fun day, but don't get me wrong, I'm still thinking about a write, or I'm still gonna write an email, or I'm still gonna obviously post a million freaking TikToks, because that's what I have to do. So I mean, it's just it's the grind, and you have to keep going. You can't stop, and you have to think about it all the time.
Yeah.
That's the climb.
Well, and that's like my thing. When I had a day job and it was transactional work that I did, and I like my numbers were good and I could take care of that, and then I click that off and click this brain on, it was like it scratched a different itch.
I'm sure.
Than now, where I'm like, oh no, this is all day, every day. You're gonna get a call at 10 p.m. You're gonna get someone requesting to play a writer's round at 2 a.m. Because that's when they got the courage to DM you. You know what I mean? Like, it's
when they're hammered at Red Door, they're like, I'm gonna message him right now.
Yeah.
After this 18th Danny bomb, it's gonna be great.
Someone, not to tell your own story here, but Nick was like, someone called me at 8 a.m. asking to play the round.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was out till 11:30 last night. You know, like I'm like
8 a.m.?
called me, not
Damn.
like sent a text. I'm like, all right.
Like, let me brush my teeth first. What do you want?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even set my alarm till 8 now.
Yeah,
you know?
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's why the iPhone with the Do Not Disturb thing, I love it.
Yeah.
Cash money.
Literally brilliant, because also you can set it for like, okay, if I'm I'm a night owl too, so I'm going to bed at like 1.
Yeah.
You know, every night, 1 or 2, but like my Do Not Disturb shuts off at 9 a.m. So like between like 7 and 8, if somebody wants to get a hold of me, they're not, because it's going to turn off at 9, and I will talk to you at 9.
Yeah, know? Mine's at 8.
Yeah.
Because that's when I usually wake up. Like, I might wake up before that, but that's when my alarm wakes me up if I don't. But sometimes I just lay in bed.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get up at 10.
Yeah.
I'm like.
It's, but I mean, we had a call today at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, we were out last night, 12:30.
Nick is tired today.
I'm a tired boy.
Aww.
But that's just life.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. I'd rather be tired than
bored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100% agree.
And you know, like the tiredness, it's like sometimes it's an adrenaline rush. You know, it's like a how long can I stay up? The challenge.
I always I don't drink a ton anymore, as I'm the only one drinking on the podcast. But I was like,
I should be drinking, but man, I got hammered Tuesday night. I gotta not Tuesday, Monday night tequila. I never drink tequila, and I got so shit faced. Oh my god. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna calm down for a minute. Yeah.
Where were y'all at?
We went to dinner. We tried Dos Santos in Wedgwood, Houston. It was really good.
Sick.
Awesome. Then we went to Losers. Then we went to Red Door. And
Classic.
then guess where we went? We went to Broadway.
Oh,
you're like, let's send it.
So literally, I think we closed down Luke Bryan's, and I was like, we need to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's time. Like, get me an Uber home.
Godspeed for going to Broadway even on a Monday.
I know. And of course, we had friends in town. They're like, we're on Broadway. Come meet us. I'm like, okay. Bye, soul.
When you
See
get
you
that
later.
when you get that text from someone, they're like, "Hey, I'm in your city." I'm like,
if you catch me on the right time, I'm like, let's go. But most of the time, I'm like, I am buried in my couch. I'm like, I literally can't get up.
Yeah. When my friends are like, hey, I'm coming to town, I'm like, hey, if you want me on Broadway, I will come to Broadway between noon and 6 p.m. on a weekday or a weeknight. Please.
There you go.
you just send them a form
Yeah.
that's like pre-made.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you do not
This
give
is
me
my availability.
an hour and a half notice before you want me there, I will not be there. And if you text me after 6 p.m., I will not be there.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm like,
honestly.
I just want to let you know.
Yeah.
Like, this is the
Dude,
thing.
the weekends down there, even during slow season now, is insane.
Yeah.
Insane. I'm like,
chaos.
where did you people come from?
Everywhere.
It is literally March.
Yeah,
I'm like, what is going on?
Well,
and like,
March
I'm
is
thinking
the
about
start.
summer. I'm like, what is summer gonna be like? Like, I almost want to take Fridays and Saturdays off. I'm like, I do not want to go down there.
You're like, I'll play for all of you, just kind of here people, not like the really black.
Literally, I'm just like, oh my god. Luckily, though, I will say, there's so many bars down there that it takes a lot to fill them all up now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, whenever there wasn't that many bars, in the summer, every single bar was wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Now there's so many bars, even on like a packed Saturday night. Like the bar's full,
Yeah.
but it's not like you can't move.
Oppressive. Yeah. That's good, though.
I mean, unless you're going to Jason Aldean's and you can't even breathe. So there's that.
That does happen.
I was at Tootsie's on Saturday night. Not the Saturday, the week before.
Mm-hmm.
I did some shots. What are they called? Like not a Red Bull thing, but like a
Vegas Bomb?
Yeah, something like that. I was like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah. Game on.
It's pretty fun.
Oh, yeah.
Slam and band. The bands
Really
downtown
good.
are fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Course.
The talent down there's like...
It's all the reps.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
especially at like a Tootsie's on a Saturday. It's like...
That's where I cut my teeth when I moved to Nashville. I worked for Tootsie's for from at least 7 years. I think I quit in 2020. COVID hit the fan. But I mean, yeah, that's like one of the great bars to get in there, and the bands and Kid Rocks, they own Kid Rocks too. I mean, the bands in Kid Rocks blow my mind.
Courtney sings there. My buddy Courtney and Shane, her drummer.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pregnant.
Oh,
she's
really?
on there, like, she's got a voice, and she's over there with Belly, like, singing Bon Jovi, whatever that guy's name is. Yeah. John Bon
Jovi.
I'm like, what?
No, Kid Rocks is sick.
It's wild, and it's the loudest bar I've ever been in my entire life.
And they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're
like,
"You
your
kiss my
ears?
ass."
Sorry about those
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah, that's why we got these.
Yep. Put in the plugs.
Yeah.
I always wear my in-ears. I walk around.
Yeah.
It's smart.
I need something that will let me talk to people still, but I don't hear all of the chaos because
They have like certain
I need that
Alcohol.
alcohol. There you go.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah.
I have like beer 3. Magically, I don't mind the noise anymore.
For real.
You know?
God
Like-
bless the beer 3.
Yeah, it's like that's the sweet spot is beer 3.
Yeah,
you know?
mine's more or less like the Jack Daniels. If I'm in like 3 shots deep, I'm like, all right, I don't
like,
feel a
sick.
thing. This is sick. I'm like, oh, just leave me on this bar stool.
I have been trying to stay away from shots, but I did
Smart.
a little Jameson on
Okay,
Monday.
little pickleback, dude.
No, just a regular JMO shot.
Okay,
My dad
But-
likes picklebacks.
I love picklebacks. man.
Quigley was like, "You want to
Me
do a
too.
Jameson shot?" I mean, I'll do one, buddy. I'm not gonna do 10, but I'll do one. Yeah.
See?
One a night.
Yeah.
Or those stupid root beer shots at Red Door.
Oh, they're awful and great.
But why? I know. I'm like, why do I do this to myself?
There's
Why?
there's
And,
not
like,
enough alcohol in them. They're
I
very
know.
expensive.
And they're so bad for you. They're so fattening and
Yeah.
gross. But I'm like,
Yeah.
but I take like 3 of them when I'm there. I'm like, what is going on? Like
Yeah.
and then like my friends, like they'll just be like, okay, you buy around, you buy around, you buy around. If you have like 5 friends, you're fucked.
You have $150
Yeah.
just on shots.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But
It's
Red Door,
nuts.
I love Red Door.
Me too.
Honestly, though, I'm like having a conversation with myself over here.
that's fine.
It's like, but it's just not how it used to be. I mean, like on
nothing
Saturday
is.
night, we went and
You can't go on a Saturday night. No, you
back
gotta
in
go
the
on
day,
Monday-
back in
Monday,
the day,
Tuesday
you
night.
could.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Like now, it's like, oh my god, it's like every 20-year-old in 6 counties, and they all look the exact same. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on?
Red Doors are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday.
Yeah, for sure.
And
We
it's
we
not
went
ours.
on Monday and it was perfect.
Yeah, it's not ours the rest of the time.
It's not, and
And
it's
it's
so
just-
sad. It's like,
that's gonna get
who
worse.
told these people about this place?
Us right now.
Get out of here! Don't come
Us
to
right
Red Door.
now. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
No,
it's so
but
annoying.
like that's like Losers. Like Losers was like the in-town honky tonk, but then Toby Keith started showing up in 2012 and jumping on stage. And
yeah.
Riley Green's name's on the bar right now,
Yeah, for
attached to
real.
it now, and Snoop shows up and sings
I
freaking
know,
Gin and Juice.
wild. Like,
You know?
what world are we living in where Snoop Dogg shows up at Losers casually?
Sick.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what a time to be alive.
I know, and it's like, well, this is why. You know, this is why the tourists are here.
Yeah.
They know.
Yeah, exactly.
We
And
can't
with
hide
social media
anymore.
these days, like, God, you're going to know exactly who walks in and what time. And
Yeah.
you can honestly catch the show on your phone as it's happening.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
like,
What's funny, like with Riley there, so he's in the bar a lot. Like, and by that I mean he's in the back, but he'll like come through. You know, it's funny. Like the first couple times he was in the bar, you'd see him like walk through to go to the bathroom or like go over to his bar from Losers,
yeah.
and then magically 15 minutes later, the bar's packed full of hot girls.
Oh, I bet.
It's a strange thing,
It's
you know.
literally like he has like a radar on him. It's crazy. Like the
the
Riley
texts are out.
Green
Yeah.
phenomenon that's happening right now is
Yeah.
talk about someone that can't leave their house.
Oh yeah, it's
Like,
wild.
my God. Like, he's just getting mobbed.
Yeah,
It
it's
is just,
wild.
and now every guy has a mustache.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like, what is,
Country music is mustache
not yet.
now.
Not yet.
Don't do it, Kurt.
It's just wild.
I don't know what my jawline looks like at this
Your
point.
beard is
so.
too good. Do not get rid of it.
Mine looks terrible. That's why I have this shitty beard.
At least you guys can grow a beard. Like my jawline, I'm screwed. Literally, if it gets any bigger.
Well, I couldn't grow a beard till I was 30, so luckily I'm old already.
That's all right.
You know?
Hey, timing.
Yeah,
Timing's everything.
timing, that's
That's the theme of the pod.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Timing is everything.
A lot of picks.
Yeah. Well, all right. So we let's talk about recent releases. So
Okay.
Our Resting Bitch Face.
Yes.
You got to play that when you played our event.
Oh yeah, and it was
Awesome.
so much fun. I love that song. The girlies love it.
Yep.
And like whenever, all I have to do is say, "Does anybody have resting bitch face?" And they're like, "Oh my god, yes." Yeah, I want to hear this song, and you literally reel them in just like that. It's wild. It's crazy.
Super cool.
Yeah, for real. And I have another song coming out called Bad Boy. So it was really cool on the tour to do like a, this one's for my ladies, but I didn't forget the guys. Like this one's for the guys.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Like they really vibed on that. That was really cool.
Do you have a release date for it?
I think we're trying to hit like end of May.
Cool.
So this is honestly my favorite song that's on like the album that I just got done with.
Yeah.
And those I feel like never hit. But I'm gonna put it out anyway because it's my favorite.
Well, hey, you have to like the songs you're playing.
Yeah, 100%. But it's always the ones that you're like, eh. I mean, I like it, but it's not my favorite. Those are the ones like, are you serious? That's the best one you have. I'm like,
All right.
whatever.
So one thing I was listening to the music that you have out, and I'm like, do you write on acoustic or do you write on electric? Because there's a lot of like guitar riffs and stuff.
So, I mean, it depends, I guess, if whatever melody we come up with, like if it's, or if we're track writing, because like a lot of times, like I'll have my producer, I'll be like, okay, I really want a song that has a lot of halftime in it, or I really want a song that, starts with like a chunky electric, and so then like I'll tell him that. And then he kind of builds like a little track, and then we write to the track, or it's totally different. We start with a melody and lyrics, and then whatever those lyrics are, if they're a little harder, then we'll put like a little harder, a little harder, Or I mean, if I'm a big fan of just like putting like a really sad, sappy like song and just putting like really hard music to it. I think it's like a mind fuck, and I love it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, or just like having like a really sappy like first verse, and then the chorus comes in super hard, and you're like, where the fuck did that come from? Like that kind of stuff. I think the production on songs for me are huge. Like, especially whenever I'm listening to music. I mean, I'm listening to the words, but like there's only like 5 or 6 words that I'm actually listening to for the punch. And then after that, I feel like it's the production that takes over and gets those words to the punch.
Yeah.
And that's like whenever I started releasing music again, that was what I really wanted to focus on. It's like loving the production. Yeah. And if I can perform it and it's like, oh, the live version is sick. Like that's honestly, like that's my vibe. Like that is literally where I thrive.
I love that.
Yeah.
We were in the car yesterday and listening to like my favorite genre, grunge rock. And I'm like, this guitar, this thing, I don't know what to call any of it. Kurt's like, this is grunge rock, dude. Yeah. I was like, I want more music that has this in it, like this part.
Right? Yeah.
It's just like a power chord going dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I
and
want
he's like,
that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
And
want
like
all of
when
it.
you get the right tone, oh my
Yeah.
God, it's like I'm like drooling over here. Like
Yeah.
it's just like crazy.
So great.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever this is making me feel inside of my brain, I want more of it. I want it to multiply.
Yeah, like kicks you in the teeth.
Yeah.
The
things I like in songs are like a lyric that gets stuck in my head. I love. Like, I want songs that sound like singles. I always say that. Like, I'm like, the thing that I love the most about like Tyler Childers' 2017 Purgatory record was that all the songs sounded like singles.
Yeah.
They all were
All
just
hits.
bangers.
Yeah.
Like I love that because I'm a guy that will wear a song the fuck
To
out.
the
yeah.
ground, dude. Just
Yeah.
grind
Like,
it
I'll
down.
burn it down.
To the toothpick.
What's that Chase Rice song that you listen to?
Little Red Race Car.
Yeah, Little Red Race Car. Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'll burn it to the ground. Like when I find something, I'm like,
Yeah.
like it's done. But
I mean, that's why they call them like hits.
yeah,
I mean, that's what triggers people in their brain. I mean, if you
yeah,
think about like all the 90s country that's just like you're going to play over and over and over and over again. Like that's what people are, I feel like, are trying to do now. But I don't know, man. I don't know if we're ever going to get back to that.
no. Well,
We're just in like a different phase of it, I guess. Or like
Yeah.
a different kind of version.
it's if you think about TikTok, catchiness, right? It's still the thing. It's just how do you catch them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's also, I don't know, I hate that like we're writing for TikTok now.
Yeah.
It kind of drives me a little nuts.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't
Yeah.
have to, but I feel like
sometimes it
a lot of
aligns
people that
itself.
want to get traction, they're writing for TikTok, and I'm
Yeah.
like, because it's free marketing, and if it hits, then you can basically write whatever you want because you
Yeah.
built your cult following, and
Yep.
they're gonna listen to whatever you put out after you wrote that one hit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I don't know. I hope that.
Who knows?
Oh yeah, who knows?
Who
Literally.
fucking knows?
And shit, maybe they'll cancel TikTok again. Who knows?
Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
should it might go down the drain, which would
never know.
suck. But hey, just another curveball. I'll take it.
It's all curveballs. The
You
whole
know,
thing
like-
is. And that's one of the things, like, working in the industry now a little bit and, like, getting to see teams. Mm-hmm. They're all figuring it out, man.
Oh my God, nobody knows what to do. We act like it, but we don't.
You have
Oh
more
my
reps.
God. Yeah.
Just like you have more reps playing in front of people, so you know how to take the crowd.
Yeah.
Right? They just have more reps shooting.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's like they are smart people and they have an idea and they hope it works.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then they're smart enough to pivot away from it quickly.
Yeah, we're just throwing paint at the wall, see
Yeah.
what sticks.
See what happens.
100%. Like,
Yep.
I say that every single day. Honestly, when I'm writing too, I'm like, all right, let's throw some paint at the wall, see what we come up with, and
Yeah.
and we're gonna put it out. And if it's a banger, it's a banger. If it's not, it's not. On to the next. You know,
Yep.
that's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And if you want to like lose your mind over trying to write a number one, I mean, yeah, that's part of it. But at the same time, like writing what you want, writing what feels good to you, you know, writing what fills your soul. I feel like we have to keep that in mind. I think we're kind of losing that sometimes, and it's sad.
Yeah. It sometimes feels a little less artistic.
Oh yeah, for sure.
know?
And it's like one of those things where they're like, okay, well, you know, Morgan Wallen did this, Megan Maroney did this, you know, Ella's doing this. I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Smart plan.
I mean, it is, but it's like, how many Morgan Wallens do we need?
No,
Just
I'm
one.
just being totally
Yeah.
sarcastic.
You know,
Yeah.
like-
Yeah,
course.
just one, you know,
We've
like
got a few, but
yeah, we have a couple,
it's
but
like- and it's also like, where's the originality
yeah.
anymore?
Well, that's like the thing that when we talk about like 90s rock, 2000s rock, none of those people sound the same. Sonic sounded a little bit the same, the sonic elements of it, but it was like Soundgarden had their tone in Cornell's voice, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Oh,
Alice
yeah.
in Chains was sad as fuck, you know, and like Kurt was Kurt. And it
Yeah.
was like simple, beautiful melodies.
thank you.
Yeah.
Kurt
You too,
Cobain. Yeah.
You're great as well, but not as good as Cobain.
Yeah, no doubt. No fucking doubt.
But like everybody had their thing, and now it's harder because there is an easier gate of entry. You know,
There really is.
there's an easier gate of entry.
yeah.
Like there's more music now than there's ever been that you can actually access,
Yeah.
right? Which is great, but it's also noisy as fuck. So
For
like
real.
you have
Need
to
3
Trying-
beers.
yeah.
Trying to cut through is like hard.
Yeah. When it's like, what makes you distinct? We talk about this. I'm like, doing the same thing as someone else might make you have a moment. Will it make you have a career?
For real. 100%. I think about that all the time. Sustaining a career is literally the biggest part of it.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's the real thing is like, in an era of a song popping off and everyone wanting to pay attention exactly then, is there artist development still?
yeah.
Is there?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there this person's a beautiful artist and we see it and let's cultivate that
Yeah.
and keep them, shield them from the noise? There's not a lot of it. It's
No.
all the noise now.
Yeah, for real.
So it's just a
And
different
everybody's just
thing.
trying to make their fast dime.
Yeah.
You know, like they're trying to, and everybody's trying to capitalize on the person that's making the fast dime. You know, they're like, I'm going to jump on this train while it's hot. And then they're like, okay, you're done. I'm going to
Yeah.
find the next one. Okay, I'm going to hop on this one. And it's sad. That's why I say, like, if you can find a way to still fill your soul without all that bullshit, and
Yep.
that helps. You know, like it makes you keep going, and it makes you just like feel like you have some kind of a purpose, I guess, for yourself.
Well, and the best part about it is that you now can collect fans that are your fans.
Yeah.
They get what you do.
Yeah.
That are helping steer the kind of sound that you were making.
Yeah. 100%.
You know? So that's the best part about it is like you can find your lane because your lane's probably this wide. What part of that lane do you want to drive in?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
And I think like the fans like that you're finding that I'm building personally, I feel like it's more or less like they like my music, but on TikTok you're kind of able to show them your personality if you do it correctly. Like if you can literally be like, you know, this is me, this is who I am. You can be 100% real and raw and genuine. Like they're gonna see that.
Yeah.
And it's not only them falling in love with the music. They're like, oh, like I could have a beer with this bitch. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I've always liked doing that because I'm a people person in general. I like people. Like some of them piss me off, but for the most part, I like them all. You know, so I really like learning and getting to know these random people that live across the world or live in Montana or live in Maine that like my music, and we literally just talk on TikTok, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
For them to like get to know me on a platform. It's kind of wild.
Yeah. It makes you accessible in a way where they can feel connected to you.
Oh my gosh, 100%. And it's like even though I'm not a celebrity, but like to them I am.
Yeah.
You know, like, and it makes them feel good. Like, and why not?
Yep.
You know?
It's an interesting thing, but it's like, that's really what it is. It's just like the Beatles were so big that they couldn't interact with people. Well, you're at a level where you can right now.
Yeah.
You know, and
And
maybe one time
it's almost
you
like a
won't be.
safer way.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like.
Way safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, way safer.
Like, okay, hi.
Yeah. Hi, I hope you love my music.
Yeah.
Please pay $1 and download it.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. Yeah. And then like just seeing who I am as a person, I think it just makes them buy it.
Yeah. It was wild. We had Connor McCutcheon play this Sunday. And there were people that came in, and they were in from Chicago, and they came specifically to see him from TikTok.
That's so cool.
Like, it's wild. You know, it's like,
that happened to me a couple times on Broadway, and I was like, oh my God,
sick.
This is working.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Crossing state lines to see someone that you connected with on your phone. It's cool.
Or like, they're like, oh my God, are you on TikTok? Are you Kelsey from TikTok? And I'm like, yeah, I am. It's just weird to think this is just the weirdest world that we live in.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy.
It is.
Like a little app that we had during COVID has changed so many people's lives.
Yeah.
Like mind blowing.
It is wild. And I remember like when we first started potting and we were talking about it, and everyone was scared.
Oh, really?
Or everyone hated it.
Everyone
Because
still does hate it.
Yeah. I wish I would have got on it in 2020, honestly. I've only been on it for like a year and a half.
yeah, it's wild.
Because everybody's like, you got to get on TikTok. And I'm like, fine.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing because one of the things we talk about is like, what of yourself are you willing to give? Right? Because that's really what you're doing with music. You're bleeding some of your heart out on a page.
Yeah.
Right? With
Yeah.
your live show, you're showing them your personality and what you are.
Yeah.
On socials, it's like, what makes you you?
I know.
How much of that are you willing to show?
And yeah, I mean, TikTok, I should be thankful for it because I was able to give a side of me that I really couldn't give, I guess, on Facebook or Instagram or, you know, I guess it opened up a lot of doors for people to actually be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And like show a side of yourself that like you didn't, I guess, acceptable on like Facebook and Instagram and things like that. You know, like nobody did day in the life or nobody did like, come with me to do this. And like TikTok started that.
Yeah.
Almost.
Very much.
And
well, and it's just a platform that embraced it too.
Yes,
you know?
Exactly.
Like, oh, this does well? All right, sick. I'll fucking put my makeup
like,
on camera.
Everybody else is doing it and they're doing well doing it. Like, well, I guess I'm going to try it, you know? And I mean, there's a lot of hate on there for sure, but I mean, you can't let that get to you. Like,
it's easier to be hateful behind a screen.
oh, 100%.
You
Say it to my face, punk.
Yeah, meet me out back.
Yeah. But it's the same time, it's like, they're probably going through something.
Yeah, they have their own shit they're dealing with,
Yeah.
and they just want to take it out on somebody else,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is fine.
Yeah.
Not fine, but I'm just like, take it out on me. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fine. You know, like, don't do it to anybody else.
Yeah, more comments is good for the algorithm.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I'm like, bring it on, man.
Yep.
I'm like, let's talk shit. Come on.
It's fun.
And it's funny, like doing things that are like conflicts, you
Yeah.
know, like on TikTok to like get people to like yell at you. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know if I want to
You're
go
like
on.
smoking a cig and blowing smoke in a baby's face.
Right?
Come to my
Viral.
show.
Boom. Literally.
Baby's like,
Yeah, come to the show.
Well, that's like Sam that runs our Rowdy Alternative page.
Mm-hmm.
He posted I mean, you may be too young, but there was this freecreditreport.com like jingle that like they did in a car. And he's like, I only listen to real country, like at the top of it, and then put that over it. And people were like, this ain't real country. I'm like, you fucking idiot. You know?
Got
Good.
you.
Let them be mad.
Yeah,
Got
I know.
you. Yep.
It's so great.
It worked.
Yeah. I'm like, Sam, that's the best one you've done in a while.
That's really funny.
Just because it's like playful, funny, nostalgia, it's everything, you know.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
100%.
just so funny.
And it like clicks in people's brains. Like I remember this.
Oh yeah.
Brings back little time lapse.
But this ain't country. That's what we're making fun of.
Yeah. They don't get it.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Oh yeah, there's people on there on my shit that are like, you're not country. I'm like, I'm not trying to be anything but me.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can call me what you want. You can call me
You're
not
like,
country.
I'm based in Nashville. That's
You can
all.
call me not rock. You can call me whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I don't care what you think. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Like if you don't think I'm country, I'm not trying to be anything but, I guess, myself. And
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like the whole genre thing these days, my God, it's wild. Like, what is a genre anymore? Like, I don't even know. Like, it's not even a thing. So
Yeah, who cares?
quit trying to fit me in a box.
Yeah.
You know, like,
It's like, just tell me what playlist you're putting me on and we good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, God, there's so many, like, I was wild. I was like trying to figure out what playlist like I should go after. And, we looked at this rock artist named Dorothy, and she's on so many country playlists, and she's rock as fuck. And I'm like, all right, like I can literally do whatever I want.
Yeah. Well, that's
Boom.
really where
That's
it's
it.
going, right? Like, Bailey Zimmerman's putting out a song with Big X.
Right?
You know, like it's coming this
wild.
week. Like it's like
That's a show I want to see with those two.
Yeah,
that would be
wow.
sick.
yeah. But it's like the lines are so blurred, and cross promotion of song, like having two artists on a song, is so powerful.
Oh my gosh, it's huge.
Yeah.
When do you think that started?
I mean, it might be
Kenny
history.
Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Yes, back in the
Yeah.
day. But streaming, I think it's even more powerful. And socials.
Well, it helps
collabing
the
on
numbers.
posts.
It helps the smaller artist numbers.
Well, what it does is it crosses over fans. You know,
100%.
so if you can cross over fans in country, you probably have a good overlap already, right?
Oh yeah.
But if you crossed over and you're a straight up country act and you crossed over with Hinder,
Huge.
that's a huge new pocket of fans.
Yeah. That would never listen to me in the first place.
Ever.
Yeah.
Right?
That is one thing whenever I went on the road, there were a lot of people that were very honest with me whenever I talked to them, because after shows I would, go by my merch booth and like do the whole thing. Like I was there for like hours, and a lot of people came up to me and they're like, we looked you up and we didn't know if we were going to like you. And they're like, but no, like you're a badass. You're fucking awesome. He's like, but people need to see the live show
Yeah.
in order for them to really become a true fan. Like there was a lot of people that told me that. There's a lot of people that were like, we didn't really like country, but like you're country and we like you. But it's crazy to me because I'm like, I think that what gives me away is like I have some weird twangy country thing in my voice. And I don't know if it's because of where I'm from or how I enunciate certain words. Like it's like a Reba thing.
But you've been singing country music for how many years?
Yeah,
Like,
my whole life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Gunpowder and lead.
yeah, it's like how Midwestern can I make that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so I learned a lot from those people that came up to me and talked to me because it really made me just like think a little bit differently on how, I need to represent myself, I guess, on stage. And because you kept saying y'all, and I'm like, shit, I do say y'all all the time. But to
that's
those
what I say.
rock people, it might be confusing. They're like,
We're so confused now.
it's like, but it's like I don't know. I don't want them to be confused.
But can't rock music be in the South?
Yeah, I feel like it can.
Right?
And maybe I just need to not give a shit what they fucking say,
Yeah.
and just do my thing.
I
But
sent one of my brothers, like a rock artist that's like from here. He's like, there's too much twang in it. I'm like, that's how he fucking sings.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And
Like, that's his voice.
And that's my thing is like, I'm not changing that.
No.
My God.
Yeah.
Like that is me. I'm
Yeah.
not changing any of that. So, I mean, if that was like a make or break moment for like someone in the audience with me, but I actually got them onto my side, then I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
You know, like if they don't listen to country music because of the twang, but then they listen to me and they're like, I can get down with this. Then I'm like, all right, I did it.
Yeah. You
You
did
know?
exactly what you were trying to do.
Yeah. So it's worked,
Yeah.
and it's worked. So I'm like, okay, then I'm going to continue to do this.
Yes. I love it. So you talked about the next song you have out. Do you have more in the tank? Is that?
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
a lot more. It's crazy. We did this album, and I'm obsessed with it, and I love everything about it. It's like another great representation of like what I want to say and who I want to be as an artist.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, I keep writing and I keep doing more cool shit. And I'm just like, when is the album done? Like, do I put out a giant album? Do I put out 2 small albums? Do I just keep releasing singles? Well, I don't know what to do.
We had Kip come on the pod recently, and Kip Moore, and he wrote a 12-song record. And while they're cutting it, he wrote more songs. So he just, fuck it, just make the record bigger.
Yeah. That's kind of,
so just do that.
I think that's kind of what we're going to do. And having also just like kind of reintroducing myself into the music world in general, like the industry, like putting out a lot of singles is going to hurt me.
No.
It's just going to give people like a better taste of who I am and then get them more excited for like a bigger project that I put out.
And the singles each have a day in the sun,
Oh, yeah.
It might not be as long as you want it to be sometimes, depending on the single, but like they each have their moment. When you put out a record, it's like focus track.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's like you get 2 of those songs have their days in the sun. So how you're talking about, sometimes it's songs you don't think are the songs. With singles, those all get a chance to show.
Yeah. But it's wild because with TikTok nowadays, like me and my management, we've talked about it. You do content for all the songs.
Yeah.
So like, it's almost like we let the algorithm or we let the TikTok, kind of pick what's going to hit.
Yeah.
It's kind of messed up, but it is kind of is what it is. Like, because, like I said, the song that I don't think's going to hit will hit, just like In My Place hit.
Well, before it was a dude or a chick saying, this is the one. Right?
Yeah.
So you were trusting one person's ear. Now you're trusting 1.6 million.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
better
it's
odds.
just crowdsourcing.
Yeah.
For
sure.
That's part of the thing now.
For sure.
And then that doesn't even seriously mean that might be the best song or might perform the best if you put it on a playlist, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's a nugget of wisdom that you didn't
100%.
have before.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I will
absolutely.
literally take it.
Sick.
I like that because there's not one person that has the key to success.
No.
Like
less
there's
gatekeepers, less middlemen.
Yeah.
Between you and your fans.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's
I
sick.
like it.
I do too.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Well, can people come and see you live anytime soon?
I have some dates at Floribama.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You guys want to come?
We're actually having a call with Floribama to see about doing another event down there.
Nice. I think it's like the weekend of the 18th. It's Easter weekend.
Sick.
So if you want to come get drunk with me in the Easter Bunny at
420 weekend.
Yeah, 420 weekend.
420's on Easter.
It is. Yeah.
Ooh.
So come to me, Floribama, and then I play at Nudies downtown from 6 to 10 on Thursdays and Saturdays.
Sick.
With a band called No Weak Links. They're a rock band. We play strictly rock, no country.
Hell yeah.
And
Who plays bass in that?
Mike Ball.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah. I've probably seen y'all down there.
Probably.
Mike is badass.
Oh my God, so
Went to
good.
Berkeley together.
Oh,
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
And his spandex that he wears now.
Yes.
Awesome. He literally wears Van Halen spandex every gig in a different color.
That's great.
Like it's amazing. But yeah, so I get to do that. That helps me pay my bills, and I'm just writing whenever I can, in the studio whenever I can, doing cool podcasts like this whenever I can.
Yeah.
So.
And people can find you on the internet.
At Kelsey Hickman shit. That is like all of my handles.
Is the potty mouth word in your handle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Shit. I'm like, this might be messing with the algorithm, but I don't really care. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, again, grabs attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. And shit's my favorite cuss word, so.
Yeah, it's
Really?
a good one.
I like poo poo caca.
Similar words, yeah, similar. Well, thanks for hopping on the pod, sis.
Oh my gosh, it's just so much fun. I want to come back.
Well, we're down. Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, when your next record comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll get drunk next time.
We'll do it later in the day.
Okay.
Have DVDs for a podcast.
And then go to Red Door.
Yeah. Maybe we'll be closer down. Never know. Well, guys, I'm Nicky T.
I'm Kurt Ozan.
We'll see you in the front row.
Woo! Thank you.
That's it.